I never thought I'd be the kind of woman who checks her husband's phone. But at 3 in the morning, when you can't sleep because something in your gut is screaming that your entire life is a lie, you do things you never imagined. What I found didn't just break my heart. It shattered everything I thought I knew about the man I'd spent 35 years with. And the worst part? The betrayal didn't come from some stranger. It came from the two people I loved most in this world. I'm Rebecca, 57 years old. For 3.5 decades, I believed I had the perfect marriage. David was my high school sweetheart. We met when I was 17, married at 22, built what I thought was an unshakable life together. 2 beautiful children, a comfortable home, Sunday dinners, inside jokes that only we understood. We weren't wealthy, but we were rich in all the ways that mattered. The thing about long marriages is that you develop a rhythm where you can read each other without words. So when David started acting different 3 months ago, I noticed immediately. He'd angle his phone away when typing, take calls in the garage, go to the gym at odd hours. Classic affair signs, right? But David wasn't that man. Never gave me a single reason to doubt him in 35 years. I convinced myself I was being paranoid. Menopause, maybe. Our daughter Emma had moved across the country. Our son Michael had his own family. Maybe I was feeling the empty nest harder than I'd admitted. Then came October 15th. David had been distant all week, barely touched his favorite lasagna before claiming exhaustion and going to bed at 8:30. I stayed up watching mindless TV, trying to quiet the voice whispering something's wrong. Something's wrong. Around 2:47 a.m., I woke needing water. David's phone was lit up on his nightstand with a notification. A text from Emma. Why would our daughter text her father at 3 a.m.? She was 3 time zones away, nearly midnight there. Was she hurt? In trouble? I picked up his phone to check. The message preview made my blood run cold. Did you transfer it? Mom can't know. This has to stay. The preview cut off. My hands started shaking. Transfer what? Why couldn't I know? I want you to understand something. In that moment, I was presented with a choice. I could put it back, trust my family, go back to sleep. Or I could unlock it and potentially destroy everything.
Y chose destruction.
And what I found made me wish I'd chosen differently, even though I needed to know the truth. David's passcode was our wedding anniversary. The phone unlocked on the first try. I opened Emma's text thread with numb fingers. The full message read, "Did you transfer it? Mom can't know. This has to stay between us until we figure out how to tell her. I can't believe we're actually doing this." I scrolled up. The conversation went back months. Hundreds of messages. June 3rd, Emma. I think we should go for it. She'll understand eventually. June 8th, David. Transfer complete. $47,000 to start. Don't mention this to your mother yet. July 12th, Emma. This feels so wrong, keeping it from her. July 12th, David. It's for the best. Trust me. She's too emotional about these things. August 2nd, Emma. Another $30,000 today? Dad, this is getting serious. August 2nd, David. It'll all be worth it. Your mother would never approve if she knew the full picture. I sat down hard on the carpet. $77,000. David had secretly transferred $77,000 to Emma. Our joint savings, our retirement fund, and he was giving it away while they both agreed I was too emotional to know. I opened our banking app with shaking hands. Our joint savings account, the retirement one, had $230,000 last time I checked in April. It now had $91,000, $139,000.
Gone.
Transferred to Emma's account over 5 months. May through September, $15,000 to $35,000 at a time. The most recent was 3 days ago, $22,000. This wasn't just about money. This was my husband, my partner, my best friend, secretly coordinating with my daughter to drain our life savings while explicitly agreeing I was too emotional to be trusted. I'd raised Emma through colic and heartbreak and college, and now she was conspiring with her father behind my back. I didn't sleep. I sat in the bathroom reading every message going back 6 months. References to the plan, moving forward. She'll thank us eventually. Calculations, risk assessments, excited messages about once this is done, everything will be different. But nowhere did they say what the money was for. Whatever they were doing with nearly $140,000, they'd been careful never to name it. The worst message was from Emma 2 weeks ago. Sometimes I look at Mom and feel sick about lying to her face. But you're right, if we told her now, she'd make us stop. We're doing this for her, even if she doesn't see it that way yet. For me, they were destroying our financial security for me. I put David's phone back, climbed into bed. When the sun came up, David stirred and kissed my forehead like always. Morning, beautiful. Love you. I stared at the ceiling. Love you too. He got up, showered, made coffee, kissed me goodbye before heading to work. All while knowing he'd stolen nearly $140,000 from our future. The moment his car left, I called Emma. It rang 4 times before she answered. Mom, what's wrong? It's barely 7 a.m. What's Dad giving you money for? Don't lie to me, Emma Grace. I know about the transfers. All of them. Deafening silence. I could hear her breathing. Mom, how did you? $139,000, Emma. From our retirement. Behind my back.
What is it
for? Mom, please, it's not what you think. Then tell me what it is. Long silence. Then quietly, I can't.
Not yet. Dad needs to be there when we explain.
We were going to tell you soon, I swear. The right time to tell me you've been stealing from me? We're not stealing. It's not like that. Then what is it like? Mom, please. Emma was crying. Please don't do anything rash. Let Dad explain. Can you wait until tonight? We'll drive up, sit down, tell you everything. Just please don't make decisions until you hear us out. Every instinct screamed at me to demand answers immediately. But there was something in Emma's voice, genuine desperation, maybe fear, that made me pause. Tonight, 6 p.m., both of you. And Emma, if you're lying to me, I will never forgive either of you. I understand. Mom, I'm so sorry. But I promise, this will all make sense tonight. I spent the day in a fog, alternating between rage and heartbreak. I pulled up bank statements, going through every transaction. The money had come out slowly at first, then ramped up recently. At 5:47 p.m., David came home. His face was gray, shoulders slumped. Emma must have called him. Becky, he said softly, I never wanted you to find out this way. How did you want me to find out? After you'd stolen every penny we'd saved. I didn't steal, he stopped. Emma's on her way. Can we wait until she gets here? You've had months to explain. His face crumpled. I never said you were. That text was me trying to protect you. Protect me? You stole our retirement. We're almost 60. That money was supposed to support us through old age. I know. God, Becky, I know.
But I had to.
When you understand why, you'll...
The doorbell rang.
Emma was early. What happened next changed everything. Because when Emma walked through that door, she wasn't alone. And the person with her made my knees buckle. Emma came in looking exhausted and terrified. Behind her was a young woman I'd never seen, maybe 23, with dark hair and David's blue eyes. My husband's exact blue eyes. Mom, Emma said, voice shaking. This is Lily. She's your stepdaughter. Dad's daughter. From before you met. The room started spinning. What? David stepped forward. Becky, please sit. Let me explain. You have another daughter? For 35 years, you never told me. I didn't know.
I swear.
I didn't know she existed until 6 months ago. Her mother, Rachel, a girl I dated briefly in college, never told me she was pregnant. She moved away, got married, raised Lily as her husband's daughter. I had no idea. Lily spoke softly. My mom died last year. Cancer. Before she passed, she told me the truth. Gave me his name, where he worked. It took me 4 months to contact him. I sank onto the couch. She found me in March, David continued. We did a DNA test. She's mine, Becky. She's my daughter. And you didn't tell me. I wanted to, but Lily was in trouble, serious trouble, and begged me not to tell anyone until we figured it out. Emma sat beside me. Mom, Lily has a heart condition. She needs a transplant. She's been on the waiting list for 2 years, but her insurance is terrible. The experimental treatment that could buy her time costs $140,000. I finished. We've paid for everything, David said. Treatments, medications, specialists. I know I should have told you, but she's my daughter, Becky. When she showed up dying, needing help with no one else, what was I supposed to do? Part of me wanted to scream at David for lying. Part of me was heartbroken for this dying young woman. Part of me was furious at Emma. And part of me understood why they'd done it. Because if David had asked me 6 months ago, I would have said no. We couldn't afford it. She was a stranger. We had to protect our future first. And that makes me a monster, doesn't it? Show me proof. Of everything. For 2 hours, they showed me medical records documenting Lily's heart condition, DNA test proving David's paternity, photos of Rachel holding baby Lily, a letter Rachel wrote before dying, explaining why she'd kept the secret, begging Lily to find her real father, bank statements proving every penny went to legitimate medical expenses. Emma had been coordinating everything from across the country. The last transfer 3 days ago was for the final treatment round, Emma explained. If it works, it could move her higher on the transplant list. If it doesn't, she didn't finish. Lily had been quiet. Finally, she spoke. I never wanted to destroy your marriage. When I found David, I just wanted to meet him once. But then the doctor said I had maybe a year left, and David insisted on helping. I told him not to, but he wouldn't listen. She looked at David with raw gratitude. He and Emma saved my life, but I never wanted it to cost him his marriage. I looked at David, really looked at him. He'd lost weight, new lines around his eyes. He'd been carrying this enormous burden for 6 months while I'd been too wrapped up in suspicions to notice. Why didn't you just tell me from the beginning? David's face crumpled. Because I know you, Becky. I know how practical you are about money. And I knew if I told you, you'd want to help, but you'd also be terrified of destroying our savings. You'd want to compromise. And Lily didn't need a little help. She needed everything. He took my hand. I chose to protect her over being honest with you. That was wrong, but I couldn't watch her die. She's my daughter. I'm your wife, your partner. You should have trusted me. I know. You're right. Here's what nobody tells you about betrayal. Sometimes the person who betrayed you is still the good guy. Sometimes they lie for reasons that are noble and heartbreaking and impossible. David had lied, yes. Stolen from our future, yes. But he'd done it to save his dying daughter's life. What was I supposed to do with that? I turned to Lily. This treatment, will it work? She shrugged. Won't know for a few weeks. But my doctor is optimistic. My heart function improved by 15%. If it continues, I might move up the transplant list significantly. And if you don't get a transplant, 2 years, maybe 3 with continued treatment. But that costs money I don't have. I've already taken so much from your family. How old are you? 23. 24 next month. 23 and dying. My husband's daughter. Emma's half-sister.
Family.
I walked to the window, looking out at the darkening sky. Behind me, Emma was crying softly. They were all waiting for me to decide what happened next. The truth was, I didn't know. This wasn't simple betrayal with an obvious answer. David had lied to save a life. Emma had kept secrets to help save her sister.
And me?
I'd been suspicious and distant while a young woman fought for her life. I turned back. I need time. I need time to process this. David, you're sleeping in the guest room. Emma, Lily, you can stay tonight. But I need space. Becky, David started.
No.
You kept this from me for 6 months. You can give me one night. I went upstairs and cried harder than I'd cried since my mother died. But the story takes another turn. Because the next morning, I found something that changed the game again. I couldn't sleep, so around 5 a.m. I went to make coffee. accidentally knocked over David's briefcase. Papers spilled everywhere. That's when I saw it. A document from a private investigator. Dated March 15th, 2 days after David claimed Lily first contacted him. I read with growing horror. The PI had done a full background check on Lily Matthews. There were serious red flags. Lily had a history of insurance fraud. She'd been in a lawsuit 3 years ago for faking medical documents. The conclusion was stark. Subjects' medical claims should be thoroughly verified. Pattern suggests potential for deception. David had known. From the beginning, he'd had reason to doubt Lily.
And he'd helped her anyway.
Given her $140,000 anyway. I heard footsteps. David appeared and froze when he saw me with the report. "You knew," I said. "You knew she might be lying and gave her the money anyway." He sat on the floor across from me. The DNA test was real. I verified that thoroughly. She really is my daughter. But yes, when I found out about her history, I got scared. I hired the PI. And he found what you're reading. A messy past, questionable behavior. But he also found that Lily's mother really died of cancer. That Lily really has a heart condition, verified with her actual doctors. The fraud case was complicated. She'd been dating a guy who convinced her to help with an insurance scam, and she took the fall. She was young and stupid. So you believed her despite all this? I believed the medical records, the DNA test. And yes, I believed her when she said she'd made mistakes but was trying to be better. Because Becky, if I demanded everyone be perfect before helping them, who would I have left? You with your temper? Emma, who went wild in college? Myself with all my flaws. And there it was, the impossible question. Do we only help people who deserve it? Only love people who've never made mistakes? Or do we extend grace to messy, complicated people who stumble into our lives, even when it costs us everything? I looked at Lily sleeping on our couch. So young. Young enough to have made terrible mistakes. Young enough to still learn. Young enough to deserve a second chance at life. Wake her up. We need to talk. 20 minutes later, we sat around the kitchen table. I put the PI report in the center and looked at Lily. I know about your past. The fraud case. All of it. Lily's face went white. She looked at David with betrayal. You investigated me? He had to, I said. He was giving you our life savings. Lily stood, tears streaming. I knew this was too good to be true. I knew you'd find out and decide I'm not worth it. And you're right, I made stupid, horrible mistakes. But my heart condition is real. I'm not scamming you. Sit down. She sat, miserable and terrified. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to verify everything. Every medical record, every bill. I work at a hospital, I have contacts. If you're lying, I'll make sure you face consequences. Understand? Lily nodded. But if you're telling the truth, if you're really David's daughter and really dying and really need help, then we're going to help you. Because I'm not a monster. I won't let my stepdaughter die just because I'm angry. Stepdaughter, Lily repeated softly. You're David's daughter. That makes you family. And in this family, we help each other. Even when it's hard. Even when it costs us. Even when we're furious. I looked at David. But we also tell each other the truth. Always. Over the next week, I verified everything. Called Lily's doctors, reviewed records with colleagues, checked every bill. And she was telling the truth. Every penny had gone to keeping her alive. The treatment worked. 6 weeks later, Lily's heart function improved enough to move significantly higher on the transplant list. 3 months after that, she got the call. They had a heart. David and I drove to the hospital together, holding hands while Lily was in surgery. Emma flew in. When the surgeon said the transplant was successful, we all cried. I wish I could tell you, everything went back to normal. But the truth is messier. It took almost a year to fully trust David again. We went to counseling, worked through the betrayal and broken trust. There were nights I couldn't sleep next to him, days I couldn't look at him without feeling the sting. But slowly, painfully, we rebuilt. Lily became part of our family. She moved closer during recovery, started Sunday dinners with us, became close with Emma. She got a job, started paying us back in small amounts. Not that we asked, but she insisted. I want to deserve this second chance, she told me. Our retirement savings are recovering slowly. We'll work a few more years than planned, take smaller vacations, downsize eventually. But we'll do it together. And we'll do it knowing we saved a life. David and I are still married. 36 years now. He still makes me coffee, still kisses my forehead, still tells me he loves me. And I believe him. Not because the betrayal didn't happen, but because I choose to believe people can lie for the right reasons, that love can survive deception born from impossible choices, and that sometimes the greatest act of love is forgiving the unforgivable. Trust isn't simple. Love isn't simple. Family isn't simple. Life puts you in impossible situations where every choice is wrong. And in those moments, all you can do is make the choice you can live with. David made his. I made mine. And we're both still here, still trying, still choosing each other. I still think about that moment at 3 a.m. when I picked up David's phone. How one text message unraveled 35 years of certainty. But I also think about Lily, alive and thriving. About David, carrying an impossible burden. About Emma, trying to do right by everyone. And I think about myself, the woman I was before that night, so certain of her life and marriage and moral superiority. That woman died at 3 a.m. reading texts on her husband's phone. The woman who emerged is harder, yes. More cynical, but also more compassionate. More willing to sit with complexity. More willing to admit sometimes there are no good answers, only less bad ones. I opened my husband's phone at 3 a.m. and found a text that ended 35 years of marriage. But it also began something new, a harder, more honest, more painful kind of love. The kind that survives lies and broken trust and impossible choices. The kind that chooses grace over certainty, hope over bitterness, family over perfection. And sometimes, on hard days, I think that might be worth more than the perfect marriage I thought I had. More stories are waiting under the telling tree. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for the next one.